there's this in between in which you feel like the time is flexible, in which it actually tends to concern you, and there's no push and there's no deadline because it is all about you and your growth. Time is sensitive, and the biggest thief of time is procrastination, which further leads to forgetfulness. It's actually the thief of succeeding at doing that which you ought to do at the time you're supposed to do it. There's nothing such as doing the right thing at the wrong time. When you do those things in that aspect, it actually qualifies that to be wrong, because there is a time for everything. So that is one thing that procrastination makes us forget, because there's this in between in which you feel like the time is flexible, in which you know that you can do it at any moment, and in which it actually tends to concern you, and there's no push and there's no deadline because it is all about you and your growth. So when something is all about us and our growth, it's very easy to overlook it, because there is no repercussion aside from what we set for ourselves, that is by disciplining ourselves, especially now that we are adults and of age. Because when we are younger and our parents tell us to do something at a certain time and we don't get to do, there's a repercussion for it. That's why they push to do those things that you ought to do. But right now as adults, we have to take charge of our life. I can say that everyone might have procrastinated in one way or the other. I mean, that's also like giving ourselves grace. But when it becomes a habit and becomes unhealthy, then it becomes a thief of time, and then we call it procrastination. I'm here to bring to our notice one huge weapon that we can use to combat this plan. So while time is sensitive, if we set out what we need to achieve, if we plan it out, then apply every other thing like discipline, intentionality, and we would attain what we need to attain at the right time. I know another thing about procrastination is when you push that which you ought to do farther and farther, you tend to forget it. So when you forget it, you might never, like, that is like almost the end of that thing. I'm here to serve as a reminder again, because there might be some things that you might have planned to do, but because you shifted and you postponed, you might have forgotten. So have a rethink.